What is up, YouTube? We are back with another video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how you guys should be running meta ads for your ecom or clothing brand in the big 2026. Alright, so before I get into the nitty gritty stuff, this is a new brand that we've been working with for just a short amount of time. They're very new, they just released their stuff, and we made them 6K in under a week, and we got their conversion rate up too. So that's really good for them. They've been really happy with what we've been doing for them. So enough of that stuff. Let's get into actually what I'm talking about. So before you actually start to think about ads, here are the things that should be mostly dialed in. You should have a good winning product or products if you have a collection that's really good. A good winning collection that's good. Good website and clean branding. You know, having your website optimized. I can honestly help you with that if you really need it, but most of the time people's websites aren't too bad, unless if it's some random website format, then you might want to change it for just overall conversion. That can help a lot. Solid offer. It shouldn't just be base price and shipping as much as the product is. We'll go into that later and how you can actually make a good offer. And then we have designs and content. This is the most important one out of all of these. So you want to have good designs and content, and I'm going to actually be getting into this a lot in this video on how much this actually matters. So let's actually get into it. And yeah, the reason I say all these things is because you want proof of concept behind your product and branding before you actually do this ad stuff, so you don't waste money on something that isn't working anyways. Ads should be in addition to something that's working. All right, so let's get into this kind of big shift that's happened over the last couple weeks, honestly, maybe even months. Yeah, it's been months since August, I think. But Meta had an Andromeda update, Andromeda, and it's very AI driven now. Everything's very AI driven, which means ads isn't like how it was in 2022 and 2023. Manual optimization is almost dead. And brands and stores winning in 2026 will be the ones that feed Meta's system with the best inputs. For example, creative variety and creative volume. Ads on Meta is now a very creative driven system, and media buying doesn't exactly matter as much as it did if your content sucks. So this is exactly basically how the Andromeda update is working. Creative rotation and asset ranking is a lot more aggressive now. Bad creatives will burn out fast. High performing ones get shoved into the 80 to 90% of spending. So it'll basically throw it into fifth gear, put a majority of the spend towards it, and prioritize it. Creatives are now determining 80% of the performance, not audiences. So a lot of the time people would, try to throw in a new audience or, lookalike, stuff like that. And that stuff is still important, but most of the time now, creatives are determining a lot of your actual results. And next, Andromeda will penalize bad creatives. If your creative is bad, it has low watch time, low CTR, low engagement, and those things will make your CPM increase, and it will not get spent in the actual campaign because Meta doesn't think it has potential. So when you have a good creative, it'll have high watch time, your traffic will be cheaper, and your conversions will also be cheaper. Having good creatives will make everything cheaper for you. So now that Meta is doing 90% of the media buying, your number one competitive advantage is creative. Creatives are basically the new targeting, and 90% of algorithms' learning signals come from creative performance. Broad targeting works because the ad filters the audience by itself. Now I'm going to be basically going through with you guys good creative examples because a lot of people need to know this. 2026, the best winning brands are going to have the best creatives. All right, so first off, we have Ditch here. This isn't their actual single creatives, but this is their website. And I'm also going to be going through websites with y'all just to make sure that you guys kind of know what a good layout looks like. So they have reviews at the top of their website showing that they're building trust and how many good reviews they get. They have a good offer for Black Friday up here, 60% off. And this is where the creatives come in. They have clean and consistent backdrops throughout all their products, and you can visually see the product. There's not shadows, there's not wrinkles. It's high quality and it's good. Okay. And then in the corner down here, they have a little incentive to collect emails, SMS for just new drops, restocks, stuff like that, and they get $5 off. Next, we're going to be going into Young LA. They also have really good organic content here. Obviously, these examples I'm showing you are basically top brands in the industry, so don't feel like you have to make insane, crazy content, but still remember to keep the same principles because having good, high-quality content is going to help you so much. I'm not actually going to click this, but this was a little skit. A lot of brands have been doing skits in general just to kind of show personality, show community in the brand, and just kind of be funny and get views and get people into the top of funnel just looking at their brand. And then obviously they have really good creatives. They've been doing this for a while. They have the detail shots, the models, the athletes, whatever you want to call them, and then the little names of the brand. Lifestyle stuff, just showing the clothes on people in different settings. Like this one's at a racetrack. They got all of these are their clothes. Like all of this stuff is their clothes. Like none of this is like some other brand's clothes. Like they have their own jeans, they have their own jackets. All of it is theirs, and they're just showing the lifestyle of, I guess, someone running their brand. Next, we got kind of a little collection overview. Obviously, this isn't like real flat lays, but they're like mock-ups essentially, and they're just showing the entire collection. And these are really good. I've been seeing people do these forever now, but they work well. They're good format. So this one is Flower LA. I actually saw this one not too long ago, so I just threw it on here. They have this really cool background and this like grain on the background. It's very eye-catching. This made me stop and screenshot it. They have good designs on all their products and stuff like that. It's different. They have high quality flat lays, a good showcase of like what their product is, and they also left space in the bottom, which a lot of people don't do for the CTA down here. So here I'm going to go into a little bit of a non-clothing example. This is Valvetronic. They make custom exhausts for like basically any car, and this is the first thing that I just saw, like just to build trust in the brand. They showed one of their, I guess, employees making the exhaust. So this just like helps people convert, which in the smallest way, because they know that their products are actually real and they're there and they're making them. So that helps a lot of people, because a lot of these Instagram brands, a lot of brands don't ship out their items sometimes. So this is good. And this little selection thing here, a lot of people would just kind of skip over this, but this helps customers convert quicker without having to spend like a million years trying to navigate through thousands of exhaust systems. And obviously, if you're a clothing brand, then this isn't like the most important thing to have, because your website's probably smaller, but they have a lot of items. So now let's get onto their product page. This product page is very detailed. I'm not going to go through all of this, but obviously we have clean photos showing the products and the quality of this exhaust system. They have, listing that they have free shipping. They have real customer reviews. They have this little bundle offer going on down here. They show that it's in stock. They have precise shipping times to help low friction conversion, so people will actually check out quicker if they know when their exhaust system is going to get here. And then at the bottom, they literally made like a whole article and like whole YouTube videos on these exhaust systems being installed and used on cars, which helps people just understand the sound, the entire installation process of everything, because this is like a $4,000 to $5,000 exhaust. So people are going to want to know, like, hey, how do I install it? Like, what's the best setup? Like, what should I do for this? Like, people want to know that. So at the bottom down here, this is another little thing. They have a little enter the win thing. This is some sort of giveaway incentive for email and SMS, and it's also building a community around their brand, so it's going to help people stay loyal to them. Obviously down here we got all of the details, literally everything. So now I show you guys a lot of good examples of good things that brands are doing, and now we're going to show you guys bad examples. So these are not all product photos, but I just found them, and I'm just going to show you guys the principles on why they're bad. So first of all, we have wrinkles in this North Face hoodie. We have a weird positioning. It's kind of like sideways. We have a hanger here. I don't know why, but there's also shadows, and you don't want to have shadows and stuff. Like, there's not a reason for that. You want to have clean, flat product photos to make sure that your customers know what they're getting, and it's good, high quality. It's going to present you as a good brand. This is AI slop. Please do not use AI for this stuff, bro. Like, please don't. I don't even want to have to go over this, but it's a bad design overall, and text at the bottom, people are probably not going to see this, and the CTA would have to be like here for people to even see this on an ad. Then obviously this is just another picture of a shirt. There's wrinkles, and the background is basically the same as the t-shirt or the shirt, so you don't want to have like a background that's conflicting with the product's actual color. And then finally down here we have a car dealership. I found this because I think this ad it's a good, they had a good idea, but to be honest, the way it's presented is not the best, because there's random things all over the car. It's not exactly a solid offer. This, $300 a month and no deposit. You could have done something cool with this, like a Christmas special type of thing, like a type of offer, but they really didn't. They just kind of put stuff all over the car and, just had like random financing options. I think they could have done better with that. But I'm pretty sure you guys don't want to hear me yap forever about good and bad creatives, so let's actually get into some more nitty-gritty stuff. So Meta actually ranks your creatives by watch time, high engagement, and click-through, and they will penalize it if it just has a bad feedback score, if there's not people watching through, engaging, and stuff like that. That's the exact reason why I want you guys to really know what good and bad creatives look like. So now I'm going to be going over a very simple way to test these creatives in 2026 that is actually effective. Here we have the campaign level. Most of the time ABO is good, But if you have a lot of creatives and you just want to scale creatives, CBO works sometimes. It's very dependent on your situation. Then we have the ad set down here. This is where it all gets kind of a little bit more in. You're looking at a lot of different things here, so a lot of people get confused here. But let me just tell you why some of these settings I have. All right, so now we're at the ad set level. Targeting should be broad, no interests and lookalikes right now. Really, when you're testing creatives, you want everything to be broad and everything to just be normal audiences. Everything, obviously, age and gender should be open. Now, this is a very controversial opinion sometimes, but I'm going to get into this a little bit. So Advantage Plus placements I use because Meta's system is driven by bidding and engagement. And Instagram often has higher CPMs because it can be harder to get clicks or strong engagement even if your ICP lives on Instagram. Which your ICP is your ideal customer profile, by the way. But when CPMs rise too high, Meta will temporarily shift spend to Facebook, where it can get higher and cheaper clicks and engagement even if it isn't perfect traffic and your ICP isn't there. This new engagement will lower your overall CPM, and once the system moves delivery back to Instagram, you'll reach more people in your ICP for less money, which will let you hit a pocket of buyers on Instagram without paying a ton of money for ads. So that is the reason why I do that, and a lot of people may not understand that, but you know, that's just the way I do it. So now for budget, usually a sweet spot is around $30 to $50 a day, depends on how many creatives you have, and honestly, again, about your situation. A lot of these settings are situation dependent on, you know, how much are you waiting to spend, how many creatives do you have, what are your creatives like, depends a lot about that. All right, so now we have a little attribution setting down here, 7-day click, 1-day view. You want to have it on that, not 7-day click, 1-day engaged view. Having it on 7-day click, 1-day view will give you the most accurate data for purchases in Ecom. Your AOVs will be obviously higher. At times when you're using engaged view, people will not buy instantly. The view through data will support top of funnel cold ads. Engaged view inflates metrics and gives you skewed metrics sometimes because people are engaging instead of actually trying to come and purchase. And when you have it on 7-day click, 1-day view, you'll have more accurate data, better creative evaluation, more stable scaling, and less wasted spend, I bet. And finally, for the creative, we've been over this. We know you need to have good quality creatives and a good carousel, good just explanation of what your product is, have good clean creatives. We already went through that. Link straight to the product page, and then this is kind of where we're getting into offers. Usually having free shipping is the best thing. Everyone loves free shipping, so that's usually a good thing to have. Usually people will partner free shipping and a discount together, or you can do free shipping plus like a keychain or like a little, you know, hat or like a, I don't know, something little that doesn't cost you a lot of money, but it's just something cool for them that they'll be like, oh, like I really like this. And then also you could do like a buy one get one free or any other offer like that that'll actually help people convert. And it's important to give people a reason to buy and a reason to buy now. And that's really the basics. A couple other things that are maybe worth adjusting, but again, it depends on your situation. Campaign structure is not as important as it used to be. Creatives matter 10 times more. So running ads in 2026 is not about being a media buyer. It's about putting quality into the content you're actually launching and focusing on your media, content, creatives to get the best results with ads. Meta does the targeting, the bidding, the optimization, but your creative is a massive determining factor on whether your ads win or die. And that is really it. This is a very brief explanation of how this works. If you want more breakdowns like this, subscribe. It's free to do. If you want me to review your ad account, your creatives, or you just want to work with me, you can reach out and DM me on Instagram, or you can fill out the super quick form down below, and there's also a call link down there. Those both things are in the description. Basically what I'll ask you is I'll ask you just some questions about your brand, what you're doing now, and worst case scenario is I give you some tips to help you continue scaling on your own. That is it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like this stuff, again, subscribe, and I'll see you later.